Welcome to Reread. Today I have the novel Courtship of Princess Leia by Dave Wolverton. Oh boy, it's still good. Basically, Han and Leia are kind of on the rocks. Princess Soldier has come, a soldier or whatever his name is, don't care. But he comes and he wants to marry Leia and form an alliance and have the Hapan nation or whatever, all their worlds, their army, join the New Republic, which would really be helpful. Even Mon Mothma tells Han, look, Han, no offense, but I really hope she goes for the prince's, courtship, or, I hope she marries him. Well, Han's mad, and so he feels like he has to win Leia back. Now, he's acting kind of stubborn and childish, so Leia is a little hot-headed herself and gets mad at Han. And at the same time, Princess Soldier is such a gentleman, and he's handsome, he's a prince. It's kind of what she was used to, royalty. And so she is kind of falling for him. Well, Han doesn't like that, so he goes out to a card game, wins the planet Dothamir, which no one has heard of right now. It's kind of funny because now when you're reading it, it's like, dude, that was like one of the most famous planets from the expanded universe. But back then, no one had heard of it. And he wins the planet, doesn't know that it's in Warlord Zinz's territory until he takes Leia. How does he take Leia? He shoots her with the gun of command. I'd forgotten about that. And forces her to come with him. And after that, either the gun of command doesn't work anymore or he broke it. They don't really say it, just doesn't work anymore. So he kidnaps Leia. He doesn't tell Chewbacca or 3PO, who are shocked to see her in the cargo hold of the Millennium Falcon as they're going to Dothamir. And this one does make the Millennium Falcon look like a hunk of junk. I mean, Dave Wolverton is talking about all the rusty spots that paint couldn't even fix on the Millennium Falcon. Leia mentions some it's groaning, it's creaky, it's the engine's making some kind of weird noise, and when she's screaming out from the cargo hold, she wonders over all the squeaking and the buzzing and all the clanging of the noise of the Millennium Falcon, anyone can hear. And there's a lot of that. Things are always going dead. Wires are always getting fried. It is a hunk of junk, and Dave Wolverton portrays it as such. And again, I don't know many people who talk about the Millennium Falcon that way. L. Neil Smith did. He did a great job, and Dave Wolverton did as well. Luke's lightsaber gives off a blue glow, it says. Uh-oh. I think Dave Wolverton forgot that Luke has a green lightsaber at this point. He does not have his blue lightsaber, but it did say blue glow. I was like, what? Oh no. It doesn't mention what color is his lightsaber after that, but the blue glow was, I don't know, unless aqua green, I don't know. Let's see, what else happens? Oh, so they encounter the witches. Well, first off, Princess Soldier, Luke Skywalker has been looking for the planet Dothamir, so when he hears that Han took Leia there, he wants to investigate. The prince wants to save Leia, so he joins Luke. His mother is about to go to Dothamir too, but Luke knows a shortcut, and his mother won't get there in 10 days, but when she gets there, she's going to send assassins to kill Han Solo. Assassins have already come after Leia, so the prince is worried that one of his aunts is trying to kill off Leia before they can be wed, and she'll be the next queen of the Hapan Empire. Later on, it's revealed that his mom was behind it all because she's a wicked woman, and we know this at the end of the book. But reading this, that she's devious and everything throughout the entire EU series. Whenever we see her again, but Luke meets when they go to the planet. They encounter the witches. Han's Millennium Falcon gets shot down. Warlord Zinz's people are there because there's a secret shipyard there. They didn't know about the shipyard. But now they know that Han Solo's on the planet. But the Empire won't go on the planet because it's run by the Dothamir witches. They don't know this, but it does tie into continuity. I mean, that's one thing I think the Clone Wars did explain, is that Palpatine wanted to strand the witches on the planet. So it matches up with what Dave Wolverton said from Courtship of Princess Leia. Now, as Han's trying to win Leia over, he asked her to spend 7 days with him on the planet. Of course, he doesn't know that all this is happening, but he enlists 3PO, who is not his friend usually, but he needs any help he can get. So 3PO is trying everything he can do. He's like, my princess, doesn't King Solo look good today? Because 3PO tracked down his heritage and found out he was the king of Corellia. He's from that line. But Han is embarrassed about it Now, why? Well, they think because one of his ancestors in that line was a thief. But it turns out at the very end, 3PO finds out that his ancestor was a pretender to the throne. So it's all shame on Han Solo's history side. But one of my favorite parts is 3PO makes up a song about Han Solo and sings it like a band or whatever, makes music and everything. And it's so catchy that Leia finds herself humming it while they're riding Rancors on Dothamir. And Han pulls up next to her and goes, yeah, like, I heard you hum that song. She gets all mad. And then when she goes to bed at night, the song's still stuck in her head. You know, that little earworm, the song just keeps getting stuck in your head. I loved it. I loved every minute of that. Luke meets Rael, who is a Dothamir witch who is 300 years old. She asks, where's Yoda, that old flirt? And it's kind of funny. Yoda used to flirt with the ladies back then, 300 years ago, when he was only 600. Yeah. But then she says, oh, hey, Luke, how's the academy? And how's your wife and kids? What? She can see into the future. Now, it does say that they are possible futures. And we know this because she goes, the prince isn't dead? Oh, the witches haven't killed you yet. You know, and so, or I can't remember, the big bad witch at the end hasn't killed her. And you're thinking, oh, no, he may die. He doesn't die, of course. A soldier will live on. But she's an interesting character. And this is something I forgot. I've totally forgotten this. There's huge connections from Ray Squadron. I mean, Aaron Alston really respected Courtship of Princess Leia because Han tells the story of the last time he saw Warlord Zin's was he sunk his Super Star Destroyer and the Warlord, you know, was threatening him, which was in the book. And Han goes, I don't remember what I said, but I said something to the effect of, kiss my Wookiee. And that's what he says in Solo Command. I was like, wow, I totally forgot there was a connection there. I guess it'd been so long since I'd read Courtship of Princess Leia that when I read the X-Wing series, I just forgotten that reference. But the stories match up in chronological order, even though these did not come out in that order. But that was very good. And at the end, when he finally destroys Warlord, the Iron Fist turns out to be just a regular Star Destroyer. It was Zin's first ship command he had. He just named the Super Star Destroyer Iron Fist, but it wasn't his true Iron Fist. It was named the Iron Fist, but it wasn't the true one. This was the true one. It gets destroyed, and the Warlord, when he's about to die, Han Solo calls him up and goes, hey, Zins, kiss my Wookiee, and sends the last 2 proton torpedoes his way. Is really awesome. And Zins is now gone. Also, Tenil Dojo, I don't know how you spell her name. I mean, I don't care how you pronounce it. But when she's introduced, she's a really awesome character, kind of like a strong Amazon woman. She knocks out Luke, tries to marry him. Luke's like, make him her slave. And then he's like, nope. So then she gets Prince a soldier, makes him her slave, but then Prince doesn't want to marry her either. She's just really lonely. And so she's, lets him go. But a soldier stays around, and he ends up respecting her, then liking her, then finding out, wait, I'm in love with this person. She's going to be my next queen. She's strong, she's confident, and she's different from my mother. She is what the new Hapan Empire needs. And it's really nice. It's a really nice relationship between the two. And Luke says, I foresee that you will have a daughter. Your first child will be a daughter, and I want you to bring her to my academy when it's up. And I was like, shut up. So even Kevin J. Anderson got in on it when he did Young Johnny Knights, and he goes, I remember what my good friend Dave Wolverton said. I'll put her in there. So that was really good too. Luke gets records of the Jedi that was left by Yoda on that planet like 300 or 400 years ago. Rael gives over the records to Luke so Luke can learn more about the Jedi. And of course, Han and Leia get married in the end. This is an excellent book. I think it was Dave Wolverton's first intro into the expanded universe and his only novel, and it's sad that he didn't do more because this was great. It was a great book from start to finish. Very enjoyable read. Loved it even better probably the second time. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you later.